Number 5. Some roller coasters are so dangerous that it's not hard to understand why they were shut down, but then we have roller coasters that are so crazy it really makes you question how they got approved and built in the first place. The High Roller in Las Vegas didn't exactly last long as it was shut down in 2005, and it's pretty easy to understand why. Not only were the tracks wrapped around the Stratosphere Tower, but they were also 900 feet above the Las Vegas Strip, making for an insane drop. Unfortunately, it had to close as repairs would have cost $500,000, but at one point it was the tallest roller coaster in the world, putting it in the record books forever. Number 4. It's completely normal for a new roller coaster to have some problems, but this ride really proves that you have to draw the line after a while. The Fear coaster at the Easter show in Australia was pretty popular, but there was a ton of issues ever since it opened. For instance, in 2011 it broke down in midair on the first day of the show and had to be closed down for repairs. Even before then, in 2010 it left 3 people stranded upside down for over an hour, which must have been super scary for them. Worst of all though is the same faulty security sensors that caused the ride to break down every single time. I mean, like, seriously, with a track record that bad, it probably was a good thing it was so expensive to repair. Number 3. Japanese roller coasters have a reputation for being some of the most insane in the world, but not every ride ends well. The Fusion Horizon 2 at Expoland was named after the god of wind and thunder, but its run at the park clearly didn't have the god's blessing. In 2007, a wheel axle on the ride broke and killed 1 person as well as injuring 19 others. Even worse, it was a young girl who died, and the accident happened on May 5th, which, if you didn't know, is actually Child's Day. It turned out that the wheel that broke had been on the ride since 1992, and that was enough to put the coaster out of action for good and make it permanently banned forever. Number 2. Sometimes coasters get shut down because of an accident, and sometimes they close because the public just doesn't like them. But every so often, a ride gets people hurt as well as being massively unpopular, and that's exactly what happened with the Rat at Luton Castle. The ride was famous for not being much fun, as the sharp turns were super painful and left people with huge bruises. However, the final straw was in 2013 when an 18-year-old staff member fell to his death after trying to push the ride along the tracks. The accident basically led to a huge investigation about the ride's staff, and that was the excuse they needed to finally get rid of the unpopular coaster. Okay, here's our honorable mention. Despite its name, the Hercules roller coaster wasn't strong enough to keep its place at Dorney Park forever. The ride opened in 1989 and was instantly a record breaker, having the longest drop of any wooden roller coaster at the time. It got the nickname quote-unquote hurts your knees for being so painful to ride and was shut down after only 14 years, which in roller coaster years is a really short run. Bonus fact, it was actually replaced by Hydra the Revenge, a coaster named after another famous character in Greek mythology. I don't know about you guys, but wooden roller coasters seem super dangerous, but let me know in the comments if you'd ride this thing. Number 1. Most of the rides on this list have a good reason for closing, but sometimes old favorites have to go away just to make way for something new. The Hurricane roller coaster in Dania Beach was really popular, like a lot of couples got married on the ride, and once a magician rode on it while escaping from handcuffs, a blindfold, and a straitjacket. However, after 16 years, the roller coaster was finally demolished to make way for an $800 million shopping and entertainment center. It's kinda sad, especially since out of the two attractions, the roller coaster was clearly cooler. Either way, good things always have to come to an end.
Demolition of the Hurricane roller coaster in Dania Beach began Wednesday. The ride has been visible from I-95 in Dania Beach for the past 16 years. The roller coaster is being disassembled piece by piece, and the process could take weeks. The Hurricane closed 5 years ago and must come down now to make way for a 102-acre shopping center called Dania Beach.